Hello Aries, this is your September 15th to September 30th read. For the main read, I'm using the Vision Quest Tarot by Guyan S. Winter and Joe Doze, D-O-S-E accent mark, so I'm probably saying that wrong. Even when I look it up, I forget it, so I'm sorry. And for the advice cards, Magical Unicorns by Doreen Virtue. It's one of her older decks. I really like this one. It's very positive and uplifting, and I think it's a good deck to go with. Alright, cards have been pre-shuffled. Let's get right into it. Did I just do that upside down? I think I might have. No, like that. Okay. Overall energy. This card actually came in upside down, which I've been trying to keep them right side up, because I feel like people can relate to them better if I keep them right side up. It makes better sense to people. And the messages will come through either way. It's not a problem. But I found that people have a better response, a better way of understanding the card if I keep them right side up. Yeah, this one just decided it was coming upside down. What I'm seeing with this, the Shaman reversed, it makes me feel like you're keeping your insights to yourself. Depending on what's going on, it may feel like it's not something worth talking about. You may be pulling back because you may think it's just not worth your time. This is the overall energy for this time period. So let's take a look deeper into the rest of the cards, because it really depends. It's usually like a keeping to yourself is what I usually get from it. Or just like a waste of time and just not being interested, not thinking that the situation is going to have any positive outcome anyway, so why get involved? That type of feel, depending on who you are and how it matches up with the rest of the cards. And I don't feel like it's not like in a negative way, in a sense of like being just like a brat about it, not like that. More just kind of like, I can't affect a positive change here, and I don't see why I get involved if I can't make this thing better. That type of feel. Going into the 15th, your first card is Spirit Guide. And then the next card is the Mother of Water, which makes me feel like you're trying to do the right thing. I feel like this might be why the Shaman reverse is coming in, because you're kind of trying to do the right thing. You're trying to just keep things in a good place. You're trying to be upbeat and positive, but I feel like when you're looking over the whole situation, you're just not seeing a good outcome. And you're trying to not make it worse, and you don't feel like you giving your 2 cents is going to make it any better. It could make it worse, is kind of where I'm getting with it. There's a lot of playful energy in this is the environment around you. Okay, so I'm noticing this all together here. There's the environment. Below the environment, which means this is happening to someone around you that's affecting you, is the Two of Water, which means there's a very deep relationship going on. I feel, but the more I'm seeing this, I feel like it's a relationship that you're kind of like, I don't see this working out well. Like, you're seeing like these two people together, and they might be very into each other, but you're like saying, I'm seeing a train wreck getting ready to happen here. I don't think that's going to work out. Like, and I feel like you're trying to be either a good friend or just a supportive person. You're trying to not dash anybody's dreams, because you can see how strong the emotion is. But I think you're very aware that you don't think that's going to work out, and you're just trying to not make it worse. It came right side up. Like, the way this came in, I'm really not getting it's that bad a relationship, but it might be transitory. And that might be why. I feel like you might be aware of some situation or something where one of the people isn't going to be around long enough, or it's just not going to last. And you're just like, you're aware of something. There's some piece of this you're aware of, or you believe that, one of the people is going to have to leave, or it's just not a stable footing in this relationship, and it's just not going to keep going. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. I do feel like you have a big heart in this whole situation, though. Especially with this right after the Mother of Water, and the Mother of Water and the Spirit Guide right before it. one, if not both of them, you definitely care about. In some cases, depending on how this reading comes across for you, it might be both people, but definitely one of them you deeply care about, and you, which is one of the reasons you're not saying anything, because you're afraid of, like, if you kind of put like a damper on it, or just if you're a little too forthcoming about what you're seeing, you feel like it's not going to create a positive change, and it's just going to like cause a strife or damage your relationship with that person. So you don't want to do that. You're also kind of looking at this situation like, whether I say something or not, it's still going to turn out the same, and I prefer to stay in good terms with the person I care about than to cause problems. Definitely, whoever this is, it's important to you, and I'm not really getting like sometimes I get if the person's older, younger, or the same, something like that, and I'm getting like there's a mix mash. Like, it depends on who you are and what you're watching. So this person could be older, or younger, your same age. The best way to say is that they mean a lot to you. Why they mean a lot to you? Like, if they're a really close friend, if they're a sibling, if they're a child, if they're a parent. I feel like in one case at least, it's a parent that you're seeing has fallen for someone that you don't like for whatever reason, but you don't think it's stable. So you're not, I feel like you're just letting it be. You're letting them be happy. You're not worried about your involvement in it or their involvement with you. You're just not seeing it really sticking around for the long term. Which is interesting because in the environment, it starts off with the life force, which is really happy, really joyous. We have the Two of Water. It's not touching this card. It's not touching it, which makes me wonder. Oddly enough, I'm getting like almost like an affair situation going on. Like, the person you care about isn't the person isn't the only person the love that they're seeing now is seeing. If that made sense. Like, I feel like there might be a little, and you might even be aware of that, but I don't know. It depends on what's happening. Because I feel like in some situations you're aware of, like, that person's not really single, and it might be just a flirting situation on the outside, but you're thinking, I don't know if it's like official or if anybody has said anything or if you have proof, but you're thinking it's gone to the next level. You're thinking it's gone to the physical level, but you're like, that person isn't really available. That's not good. And which is interesting because the next card in the environment for the person you care about, and these aren't touching, by the way, in the reading, but I gotta hold them in one hand. The next card is the Five of Air, and especially with those 5 feathers doing an upside down star, that makes me think they're going through something. They're learning something about themselves in this situation. Either they're attracted to the wrong type of person, or they're attracted to certain type of situations. You know what I mean? Something's going on that you're seeing, and I feel like it's bothering you. Like, I don't think this is a surprise, or in one sense, I don't know. They're going through something. They're learning something about themselves. It's not a major arcana card or any of these. Let's see. I think the life force is. It's 9, which I can't remember all the cards. Like, I'm just not good at that. Like I said, I read cards as I get the energy off them and the pictures I'm seeing. But with it being a major arcana, I feel like this was going to happen. With the 5 of Air, though, that makes me feel like the torment they're feeling, the torment you might be feeling as well, because actually torment is the next one in your line, which is also the Devil card. I feel like how long this lasts for them is undetermined. It could last a day or two, it could last a month or two. It depends how deep they're connected with this person and how willing they are to let it go, or just at least step back and let things happen. Let's put these down, because I want some advice cards out here. Because I don't like... Woo, 3 at once here. Okay. Let's see. There's one out for there, and there's one here. Okay. So above the spirit guide and the water mother, which we started out for you, just if I can pop them up here. Like, I feel like, again, you're just trying to do the right thing. You're trying to not make things worse. Very, very loving energy going towards that person that's close to you. Grandparent, it pops up a lot lately. I was just saying this in the last reading. This card just is all over the place. And I feel like that's, in this sense, like, knowledge, like, time-tested knowledge. I feel like you know what's going on here. If you haven't seen it happen before with this person, which I think in most cases you've seen it happen before with this person, even if you haven't, you've seen it happen with other people, you're seeing the whole thing come out. You're like, I've seen this play out 7 or 8 times so far. We're in step 2, there's 5 steps, and I know what the next 3 are going to be, and it's going to happen that way. That's what I feel the grandparent card is saying. Like, you're aware of how things are going. That you'll know in the morning. I feel like, even if you're not connecting with, like, what exactly is happening, I feel like it's just, like, one of those things, like, you have eye-opening moments, and you're just like, oh, maybe that, like, oh, that situation, maybe they're a little closer than they should be. You're like, oh, I've seen this happen before. Like, it's connected with that grandparent energy. These 3 are very much all together. I just feel like it may be, like, just, like, epiphanies as you see it happening, as the situation comes into fruition. Like, you may be aware of these people knowing each other, but you may not be aware that things are as close with them as they are until you actually start seeing, like, oh, they went to the store together? Oh, they're at that movie together? Like, how come they're hanging out? Like, I feel like it's just something is just going to, like, click, like, wait, I know they know each other, but why are they hanging out? Like, isn't that one committed to, okay. Like, I feel like that's what's going to happen. And, the water is, like, a lot of times it's to keep hydrated. In this situation, water is coming through as emotion. I feel like the person that this is affecting means a lot to you. And again, like, in the beginning, or earlier, I said that I'm not really getting whether it's older, younger, same age. I'm getting, though, that you definitely look out for this person. So even if it's a parent, not that you always look out for them, but they mean enough to you that you definitely, like, if you can help, you will always help. One of those situations. And I feel like your heart, that's what the water is really telling to me, like, you're trying to not make it worse. You're very aware of the person that's close to you. You're very aware of their emotions. And I feel like your stance is you just don't want it to get worse for them. Any more than it has to be. And I feel like you're still looking at the situation, though, and you're just like, I know where this is going, and you're just trying to be in that good level. You're trying to be there for them without making it worse. I feel like in a lot of cases you probably won't even talk about the situation any more than you have to, because I feel like you're going to want to say what you're feeling if you do start talking about it and you're aware of that. So you're kind of like, it's not going to help. I don't really even want to talk about that situation. The last 2 cards going towards the 31st for you, the 30th, September 30th, excuse me. Torment, which is also the Devil card, and Spiritual Warrior. See, I remember some of them. Interesting about Torment, because I know that that's mirroring the Devil, but if you look at the sunset in that one, it feels really like, it feels like hands are tied, but watching something beautiful unfold. And I almost feel like you might be a little bit optimistic that, you know, maybe this time they learned, you know, their lesson, or maybe this time things will work out a little differently. I feel like it does say Spiritual Warrior here, but the way the skull is decorated, it almost feels like a gift. It feels like there's a lot of beauty and support you're giving to the person that's close to you. And I feel like there's a little communication around you. You may be hearing about situations, or you may be hearing some things that you're not sure if you like or not, but you're aware of what's going on, and you're hearing things around you, and you're trying to feed it to the person you care about without it becoming too negative, but you're trying to keep them on board with, like, the reality of the situation. I feel like closer to the 30th, you might get to the point where you're like, all right, I can't not say anything, but I'm going to try to feed this information in a good way so that the person I care about can, at least have that chance to use it in to look and see what's happening and make better choices. I feel like that's where you're going. It's very interesting because also for your advice card above that is practice. I know it says practice, but the way I'm looking at this card, I feel like it's get involved. I feel like it's talk more, not in a busybody rumor mill way, but just you need to look out. You need to be there for that person. I feel like this isn't a new role for you. If this reading is resonating for you, this isn't really a new role for you to do for this person. And I feel like you're getting back involved more. I also feel like you like to have fun though, and between the 15th and 30th, or whatever time period you're watching this in, of course, naturally when you watch these, sometimes the time periods are a little different. Depends on when it's clicking for you. I feel like you may have stepped back just a little bit, just so you wouldn't say what you didn't want to say, but it's time to get back involved. It's time to hang out with this person again, however you used to. I feel like you're going to give your 2 cents. You're important to this person. I don't feel like it's just a one-sided relationship. Whoever it is you're talking with, you're important. Your input is important. I feel like these go hand in hand. These 2 cards for you, the Torment and the Spiritual Warrior. I feel like giving your 2 cents, but holding back. You're going to definitely hold back exactly what you're feeling. I don't feel like it's going to come out. Even if you're the type of person that usually does spit it right out, I'm that type of person. In this situation, I feel like as the conversation goes forward, you're going to find yourself catching your tongue, even if it's in the sense of you just don't want to say it in the wrong way, and in the final outcome, it turns out you didn't really say anything really that bad, because basically you were trying to edit your thoughts and you were trying to give the information in a good way. I feel like this person is really important to you, and you just don't want to. You feel like if you say something too negatively, it'll just make it worse, and I feel like you're very aware of that. So when we look over this whole situation, 15th to 30th, or whatever time period it's most effective for you, I do feel like there's someone around you that you're very aware of that's in some type of relationship or involved with somebody, and I don't feel like you feel like it's the best situation. Where that goes with them, that's interesting too, because in some cases, they are going to end up with that person. Not all, but in some. It's definitely going to be a crazy time as it works out. But for some of them, it's going to work out, and where they're going to end up with that person. For others, I feel like they're going to kind of see the light of what's actually happening. I feel like some of them might start dissecting. All right, who is this person actually to me? Why do I feel this way? What attracted me to them? That's a big one. What was going on with the person that pulled them towards them? Why did they like that person? Was it in a sense, was it something that they do that's really not that good, and it's kind of the bad boy, bad girl, whatever image? Is it the overall unattainability? It was clear from the beginning that they couldn't really attain them, and that's why it was safe for them, or that's why they were attracted, because they felt safer knowing it really didn't have a chance to go forward. Something like that. People have 1,000,001 patterns that they do. But in a lot of cases, they're going to be figuring out what it is that's attracting them to this type of person, because I feel a lot of them are in a cycle. Some of them, like I said, are gonna get what they want, depending on what's happening there. Air quotes, and have fun. But your involvement in the situation is I feel like you're watching it from the outside and you're just like, this is a train wreck waiting to happen, or this is a train full on heading towards a brick wall. I don't feel like you really like the situation that you're looking and seeing. You're not thinking it's the best for the person you care about. But I feel like you're just holding back, and you're just not really. You just don't want to cause problems. I feel like you're very committed that what the person you care about is doing, they're going to do, and you're just either you've seen this happen with them before and you've said something before and it didn't work out so well, or you've seen other people go through it, and you know that just certain things just have to ride out, especially when I feel like once you figure it out, I feel like once you see it happening, you're going to kind of take it like, this isn't new. Like, it's new that you're figuring it out, but you're kind of like, when you see these people hanging out or whatever trips it in your mind that they're closer than they should be in your mind, in your opinion, that it's probably been going on for a little while at least. So I feel like that's another reason, like, you're kind of not saying anything, because you're just like, this boat is already en route. This is already sailing along, and now we just gotta wait for it to hit its destination. And as you get closer to the 30th, I feel like you're gonna get closer with this person again. I feel like you're gonna, like, give support and try to help. I also feel like you're going to hold back what you're feeling a lot because, again, this person means a lot to you, and you just don't feel like it's going to have a good effect. So let me know in the comments below how this worked out for you. If you want a full reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. Again, that's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. And thank you very much for watching.